What's going on, guys? Prodigy here, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video, and in this video we are going to do a review on the updated Rise of Iron Hexcaster Arc. Now, this is a very high rate of fire, low impact auto rifle, and mine dropped with the perks that are on screen now. Now, high rate of fire auto rifles have been great in the past, like the Doctrine of Passing is one of them, and the Kvostov can even destroy in Crucible. Now, I found this gun to be the complete opposite of that. I found it to be one of those high rate of fire auto rifles that nobody uses for a good reason. Because I can't tell you how many times I've taken this weapon and shot somebody a good amount of times, bring them down to pretty low health, and just get destroyed by whatever they were using or whatever their friend was using after I got team shotted. Now, the best way to use this weapon is to sort of flank around the enemy, use the third eye perk that I got on this one to sort of spot out where the enemy is, flank around behind them, and sort of pick off them that way, or use your teammates and team shot some of them. Now, I just got into really bad games where the teammates that I was with were just sort of spreading out or getting funneled into this one area, and they would just get massacred. So I was trying to take the tactical route and flank around, but a 1v2 or a 1v1 even with this gun is just awful, and you shouldn't really even take those chances. Now, there were some exceptions to the rule, where a few other people were using auto rifles, or they weren't paying attention, and then all of a sudden when I'm starting to shoot at them, then they start firing back. And in those instances, I would win like a good 40% of the time and lose a good 60% of the time, and it was awful. Now, it's not a terrible weapon. Actually, no, I take it back. This is awful. This gun has to be the most garbage gun I've used in Crucible yet. Now, as for what I did with this goes, is I immediately dismantled this after this review. As soon as I hit stop recording on my Elgato, I just took this thing, I infused it into my IS Luna, because this gun, I cannot use this gun without frustrating. Into my second game, I wanted to break something. I was so mad. And it's not just because I'm awful with it. I'm doing okay with it. I'm using it the way I'm supposed to be using it. It's just the instances I get myself into is I'm using the gun where, like, oh yeah, I can do massive amounts of damage with this gun, or I can knock their aim way off with this gun just because of the high rate of fire. That is not the case. This high rate of fire auto rifle, you'll shoot them, they'll stay on target, and you're just going to do about like 10 to 14 damage to them max. I mean, I had rangefinder on this, and I was still hitting people a pretty good ways away, and they would only get hit like 10 damage, 14 damage, and somewhere along those lines. I'm sure you can watch it in the gameplay right now, but it was just, it's one of those instances where it's like, I cannot use this. Like, I wanted to change. I had to pair this up with my Party Crasher because I was just trying to get myself into these really close quarters sort of engagements, and my Party Crasher is what I would probably rely on the most, because I would shoot them a few times, switch my Party Crasher, finish them off, and move on, because I wouldn't want to waste my life or waste my health fighting this one guy that I can easily down with a Party Crasher. I'll show the video where I duck behind cover and come out and then just start chasing the guy down with the Party Crasher, just because it's ridiculous how this gun just does no damage to people. It doesn't even flinch them. It doesn't have the perks to flinch them. Like the Doctrine of Passing would flinch you for God knows how many times, and you wouldn't be able to land one shot on them. This gun is the opposite of that. You could shoot so many bullets at the enemy, and they'll just keep firing straight and true, and you're fucked, pretty much, is the best way to describe this gun. It's awful. It's just not a weapon I would use ever in Crucible ever again. Now, when we were making this, I got a not Party Crasher, I got a Matador, and it had some pretty good perks on it. I was going to start using that, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys so you know that if you get this Hexcaster Arc, that you should try it out for yourself, see if it matches your play style of flanking, sort of being a little tactical. But in my opinion, it is the worst auto rifle in Destiny to date. I can't think of another one that matches this, how awful it is. Even the Atheon's Epilogue, which had sort of the similar high rate of fire, low impact, that did so much more damage when that thing was out than it does right now, and than this gun does right now. It's My brain hurts. I can't comprehend this right now. So I'm gonna go let this video render. I'll leave the rest of the gameplay up for you guys to watch. My name has been Prodigy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.